welcome to the Wood Division podcast. Joined by the usual two, Necro and Chibiin, and we also got
Necret, yeah.
Dude, I'm
here,
half
yes.
asleep. We got Nicky Boy and the PeacePigeon.
Wait, are we doing it again, or is this part of the podcast?
No, it's fine. No, it's
Chibiin,
it's
Chibiin doesn't
no.
let us redo.
No, fuck that.
Okay.
What is going?
I'm half asleep, so
I
I'll
thought you
take
were
it.
going to do the same joke you did last time. No, I actually did that. I was like, and this time we have a very special guest. And then I said someone else, and I didn't say Nikki.
Yeah.
I just skipped him.
Exactly. Nikki is not a special guest.
This is true.
I just brain farted. I've been asleep for most of the day. So
Hey, what time zone are you in at the moment?
It's I'm still in the
7.
UK, so it's 7 p.m. But I've essentially I woke up at 9 and then went back to bed at 11 until 4. So it's
Yeah, developers don't really do time zones. You guys just sleep
yeah.
when it calls.
You got it all
Time zones.
automated. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I wish I well
You are a
I say I
robot,
wish
dude.
I could have it all automated. I just choose not to.
You sleep
lazy.
instead, huh?
I don't know. I just sleep finally caught up with me because I've been pulling slightly longer hours than usual recently.
Was there more
Well.
skins?
Rip.
No, just I changed some stuff around and now I'm awake for like 2 hours longer than usual.
Speaking of skins. Haha.
Ah!
Thomas transition. Bewitching is sadly coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least like this time, you can tell them apart.
I'm
So
actually like
that's nice.
fine with these. Like everyone's like, or like all of you are like, yeah. I actually like these somehow.
That's they're okay.
I don't know what's the difference from the last ones though, but
They
I
put more
somehow
thought
like
into
these.
Oh, it's the last ones. Yumi and Poppy were fine, but Fiora, Nami, and Syndra were like the exact same outfit, just copy pasted onto the champion.
He's gorgeous.
It was not very
Posting
fun.
that there for a pigeon to like actually check the.
Like I haven't seen it yet. This is my
We should-
first kind of
Yeah,
interaction.
we should also mention that PeacePigeon, formerly Rioter technically.
Technically.
Technically, yeah. what adjective?
That's the technical definition, isn't it?
Okay,
because you used to be a creator,
I
Just
used to
a
be.
creator.
Yeah.
Then you were a writer, and now I believe you're a creator again. Maybe? Question mark?
Technically. No,
So
I'm
just
a
so-
freelancer. I'm a freelancer. I
so just
consult
so
for
people have
multiple
context,
companies.
right? So you
Yeah.
did not, know about these skins.
No. So, let's say when I quit Riot, 2018 March, I knew what was in the pipeline up until about, let's say, 2018 July, August. So very quickly, I already became very disconnected what was going on, because those kind of skin timelines are pretty tight. But it was still pretty cool knowing what was going to come up and stuff.
Well, when was the last time you actually played League?
I actually patched my client today. I was gonna play,
Wow.
but then something came up. I play a few games a week. I really enjoy League of Legends still to this day, and I watch it. I
Can you
watch
blink
it,
twice if there's someone with a gun next to you?
I mean, Riot doesn't pay me anymore,
Okay.
and they do. I take credit to them. They did pay very well. But at the minute, I don't have any affiliation whatsoever. My friends at Riot, they're not at Riot anymore.
Yeah.
The ones that I
Paulie
kind of
left
know.
Oh yeah, Paulie left.
Yeah, he works for Toast now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can look it up. It's not that it's interesting, but not for this podcast potentially. Maybe you should invite him for the next podcast because he's great. He's
Paulie,
honestly
yes.
hilarious. Like he's the funniest guy I know.
Yeah. So what's your
Anyway,
first
Bewitching.
impression about those sexy witches skin?
Okay,
So-
what? I just saw Hocus Pocus 2 yesterday. Terrible film.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So that's kind of the benchmark reference that I'm going with. But I've never had any kind of let's say liking to witches. I found them to be unsexy, unappealing, and they just remind me of a deep dark history, or just like bad Halloween movies and
We just burn
and all.
women.
Have you ever seen a good witch movie? No, not about that, not that far in history. I'm talking about like me being 5-year-old. But like I've never seen. So for me, that whole thematic, the whole style doesn't really do much to my body. It doesn't really give a reaction.
To your body.
Yeah.
No,
I want to feel something.
No, it's like I feel sad that it's all reduced to witches. Where's my freaking like nocturne ghost?
Yeah.
I think one of the
Yeah.
most requested ones was Count Swain. I think that one would have been funny.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
I think that they did this year I think probably LeBlanc is the most basic of them.
They're
oh,
all
yeah,
basic.
oh, yeah,
They
that's-
give feet to Cassiopeia. How basic
Yeah.
can you be?
Yeah, that's like no,
It's a
like
snake.
LeBlanc is easily the loser of this. Like she it's so basic compared to all of them because Cassiopeia is cool because she has the magical tail that glows. I really
Yeah.
like that. That's very unique from anything else.
The feet's
Anivia
cursed
stands
as fuck,
out.
though.
Like I would have preferred it if Anivia was just a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without the head, but I understand
Me
the
neither.
head. I understand the decision because the head mimics the beak for the silhouette. I understand that. I would still prefer if she was just a bat, like no clothing, nothing, like literally just a bat.
Well, that'd be a little plain though, wouldn't it? If it was just
Yeah.
a bat.
No, yeah, but that's like that's in the theme of like what these Halloween skins used to be. Because
Same. Do the same
you know,
bewitching
Ghost-
skins of the
Ghost
witches, but like
Nocturne.
no clothing, just like Anivia.
No, don't do that one.
But Ghost Nocturne, that's he's a ghost. I really like that skin.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Yeah, we
plain.
haven't had anything silly for a while for the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, and it's like now it's just witches.
Wouldn't you say that it's too early to bring out a bat skin right after COVID?
Huh.
Oh,
Or
Oh.
right after Belveth as well.
true.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
Belveth
wouldn't
could have been a
Belveth
bat.
have been amazing witch skin?
Belveth
could've done
absolutely should have been.
But then Anivia
Yeah.
hasn't got a skin in like
Yeah,
17
yeah.
years.
Well, that's Anavia's super held back because her model's a decade old. Like the
Yeah.
splash art, like the concept. Oh, that Anivia, that looks really cool. Actually, I like that idea. And then you look in game, it's just oh
Yeah.
no. I
The
feel
animations
so
are very
bad.
old.
I will say this much for this year for Bewitching. I'll remember this one.
Oh
Like,
yes.
I'll
yes.
remember who was.
No,
picked
I
for
will.
this.
I will remember all of them, not LeBlanc.
Yeah, LeBlanc I'll probably forget, but like
Yeah.
Blank.
I'll remember them because each of them, like, they're not like, I don't think they're phenomenal, but they're cursed in their own unique way. Like
Yeah.
Bad Anavia's cursed because the model doesn't match. Giving
Nico
feet to
is,
Cassiopeia is super
okay.
cursed.
Like Senna is pretty cool because the gun is like an alive monster.
I don't like it.
But
I like the
that
concept of the
recall's
gun, but I
cursed.
don't like the execution.
I mean,
the-
the spell effect. Okay, like the spell effects on all of them are gorgeous. Like it's usually an issue with the model itself, but the spell effects are absolutely amazing.
Yeah. The one that I find the most cursed actually is the Nico one. Because she's supposed to be a cat girl, right? That's what the skins try to do. But her tail was animated to be a chameleon tail. So it's
Oh, I
just
didn't
like
even
a cat
notice
tail
that.
is bending
Oh,
and twisting
yeah,
as
I
if it were a
didn't notice that.
chameleon tail. And it looks so wrong.
Ah, yeah.
It's just a furry chameleon. Like it looks really weird. But like I said, I'll remember it because I give it a pass because it's Halloween, so I don't really care. It's like if you want to make it more cursed and more off-putting, Halloween's the best time to do that.
They
so-
should have taken the hat away though. Like if she was just a cat, I think that would have worked better.
Just like Yumi.
Because the
With a
hat
black
again,
hat.
the hat is hiding like the big change of the skin.
Yeah,
But how would you
can
know
barely
she's a
notice the
witch
cat
then?
ears.
That's
She
exactly the
doesn't need to
problem.
be a
It shouldn't
witch.
be witches.
Yeah.
Hey, how much? Hey, this is a little bit of a deviation, and you guys probably already talked about it, but I'm just very curious because you seem very passionate about skins. Maybe not as much as me. How much? How much did you guys spend on League in total? Obviously, no judgment.
Never.
But
Never asked
I
me
mean,
that.
I can probably look up the no. I probably did it.
Okay,
somewhere.
well-
Over
Three
the
of us
past
have
12?
League unlocked. So,
Wait,
How
no,
I
that's
didn't
not
have
a
it
thing.
for the
Whatever.
longest time.
but yeah, no, it
think
used to be a thing of step one, get a friend or two. Step 2, just casually, you know, when you want to buy something, you just go, hey, you got any of that 40,000 RP gifting allowance still left?
Is that what it's an allowance? Is that how
Yeah,
that
but
works?
you get as a rider, you get an allowance, and you can give it away. So let's say I have a really cool game with a player, I can give that player a skin after. Like it's a really cool thing. Riders used to have all skins unlocked and every champion, and then they I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about this, but
Play like a player.
yeah, they released this play like a player initiative where you get some RP per month, so you can actually feel how it is to. But like, let's go from the top. Chibiin, how much did you spend on League?
I think I spent 1.5k over the course of 12 years.
Okay, that's not too bad.
But I
Necklace,
was
bro.
like a long time ago, so like I haven't spent in like many years now. So I probably spent 1.5k in like the first 3 years of the game.
1.5k is the number to beat Necrit. What about you?
I'm trying to find. Wasn't there a website that calculated it for you?
Yeah, it was on the
Yeah.
Riot support, I think.
No, but there was also a third-party one. I'm definitely way over that. I'm probably like 6 times that.
So that's 9k.
Probably, I think I'm over 10k, but I don't know if that's like way too much.
It's over 9,000. Yeah. Nicky
Yeah,
boy,
send
what
you
about
the
you?
link in the Discord thing. You just need to log in and then you can check.
Okay.
It's a phishing link. Don't trust it. Oh
Yeah,
no,
of
it's a
course.
real thing.
I'm just getting your account information.
What if I get fished?
Free
No, but
account
this
info.
was you know, when I used to do these team comp videos, we had to get specific skins, and back then I was only making about 1,200 euros per month as a YouTuber. So I actually went to Riot sometimes. I was like, hey guys, I have this really cool idea about this video. Could we please get the skins? And then they, you know, it wasn't a problem, obviously. But back then it was a very economical decision for me not to buy any skins because I simply didn't have any money.
I don't think that's accurate. Hold on. That doesn't count TFT, does it though?
Oh,
It does.
It should, you know. How much
I
are
think
you?
it
It
shows
shows you.
It's the same client.
4.5k?
Oh my god.
It's not too much. That's weird.
What do you mean? It's 4.5k.
Is that tax deductible if you're a YouTuber? Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, me.
95? Oh, that's euros.
Meanwhile-
Oh, yeah, we also got euros.
Okay, 267. Not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
And 50 cents.
Ah.
I got the most.
And Nikki? Huh? Huh?
Okay, what about
Huh?
Nikki?
Okay, well, I don't know how much I've spent, but if there are over 1,400 skins in the game and I own all
Yeah,
of them,
just
then
click
there's
the link
probably.
and then
Click
it's
the
Oh,
gonna tell
link,
you.
okay. I actually
Nikki.
want to see that then. Come on. Come
Oh,
on.
man.
The silly thing is,
It's
right?
Chibiin here.
I got
Where-
more RP on my account right now than I have actually spent in total in the last 10
How
years.
is that
my
possible?
God.
Oh,
Yes.
is it Is it LPP or is there something I'm
No.
missing?
No,
No.
it's just because
You
know,
hacked
you-
it.
no, when you got friends who
Oh.
are writers and they got gifting allowance and you just ask nicely for a bit of RP, you get it.
So you're telling
I
me.
just haven't spent.
So you're
any
telling
money on
me
the
you're
game
sitting
because
at
of
like
gift-
80,000 RP and you're going
No.
to someone like, hey, can I have more?
No, I've stopped asking for RP now.
How much RP allowance does Mark Merrill have? Declan, how much?
That's a good question.
Or was it, or did it happen like, you know, you like kept asking them every week, and so you were at like 20k, and then like every, you know, the next week you would talk to someone and they would be like, oh, it's him again. All right, just let's get through it. Here it is, and they
You
just kept giving
message
you
20
more.
Yeah, you just message like 20 writers at the same time, and then
Oh, I see.
You asked for gun
No,
buddies.
yeah, but like this catches an image that Declan and Riot had the best relationship of all time, which is definitely not the case. Let's dig.
Uh-oh.
What were we talking about?
Uh-oh.
No, but like, you know, what Declan did was amazing. Like, you know, no one will disagree. But obviously, it could create some issues here and there with if you you know, deconstruct the game, build it back up just to get the replay system working. I think it's fun. I think
mean,
it's a
yeah,
fun
okay, yeah,
topic to
sure,
talk
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And I think that
Uh-oh.
isn't that the story of like any
a lot
developer?
of league creators wouldn't kick off without those tools.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to talk about that, Declan. No.
what talking about reverse
You actually-
the game
you
and
got
everything.
paid
Yeah,
for your
I can
tools?
easily talk about it.
Yeah,
No?
you should. I think you should.
Oh
talk
well.
about it.
Well, it's originally the tools were made, you know, just in my free time kind of thing. And eventually, you know, Riot did contract me to not maintain them, but to keep them going for like their internal servers. So I was contracted to like fix the tools to work on their internal servers, so they could record all the skin trailers and things like that. Eventually, esports did want to license the tool, and I got paid via that as well.
That's insane. I mean, I love it. That's a good story. But like I said, but the relationship has always been good. They never were like, oh shit, this is a developer trying to, you know, go.
Yeah, for the most part, it got a
Stealing
bit,
our opportunities.
it got a bit like rocky when they started working on the replay API.
Yeah.
Purely because they were like, hey, do you want to be kept in the loop? I was like, yeah, I would love to be kept in the loop. And they didn't. And then
Oh my
suddenly
God,
it was
Nikki.
like, I think it was like a week or two before it actually released to PB. They were like, oh yeah, so we're going to release it to the PB next PB. And it's like, all right, cool. Could I have the documentation to, you know, update my tool so it works with the replay API? And they were like, yeah. And then I think it was like the day before it hits PB, they sent me the documentation. I was just like, well, I can't make a version in 24 hours.
Yes,
Oh,
you can.
You
Yes,
can if
you
you
can.
take a lot of drugs.
Oh god, no, because like the
No,
new
then I'll be
tool,
addict.
that entire UI, it was built from the ground up. Like
No, but
nothing
but
existed I could just take.
I don't know anything about that entire relationship because that was like above my pay grade. But I'm just trying to imagine me as a developer if like this guy makes a better tool than I've ever could. I think that could create some not resentfulness, but like it's hard to maintain that relationship and you still want to remain your independence and you still have a build that changes every 2 weeks, which is crazy. Back in the day, that was unheard of. So I was just interested in hearing how that relationship went, and yeah, that's kind of why.
Bullshit.
But also, Nikki,
It
what
was-
the fuck? $7,000.
Yeah. You know what's actually one of the more sad things I found about Googling this? Because 9,500 Canadian is 69,000 United States dollars. Shut up. But by looking at this, I found out that the Canadian dollar has dropped 4 cents in value in the course of a month. Our currency is getting fucked up.
I was about to say, like,
Look
I
at the
didn't
pound.
know. What I learned from this is that Canadian dollar is not as strong.
No, ours. We have to pay so much for extra shit. Like, our dollars, like our currency is worth. That's why in a lot of markets and services, they try to enforce that you have to buy Canadian products because American products cost so much more comparatively. That's like why here, like, even with RP or something, right? Like, we get significantly less RP.
You
because
like
it's like, oh, we buy
Canadian
the-
RP?
Yeah, because it's like, here's the $30 bundle, but $30 in Canada is a lot less money than $30 American, so we just get significantly less RP, and as a result, significantly less bonus RP as well.
No, but that's not in Turkey. RP is cheaper, for example. Like they do localize according to, but I guess for Canada that's not the case because you're just too close to the
Yeah,
greatest country in the world.
It's also because we're close to the US, and because here we treat the dollar like it's a dollar, like that. Or same in America, you know, it's treated the same. Ours is just worth less. It just yeah. Like, we try to go to the dollar store and everything's $5 now. It's fucked. Everything's messed up. Everything's awful.
Oh, the Bewitching skins, huh?
Yeah,
so,
like, yeah. Also, Declan, I think you want to say something still about the thing I released or not before we go back to Bewitching skin, because I thought you were.
Yeah, it was just like the relationship was always good. Like it was
Nice.
only got a bit like rocky with the replay API because they kind of like shafted me with it slightly. But I don't know if I don't feel it was intentional. I feel like they just didn't think.
I assume
one of those weird
like
things.
positions changed, and if like someone else is in charge, he doesn't know of like all the stuff that's happening like this.
Yeah, I
Oh.
feel like it was very much like they just wanted to make it and get it out, so they were hyper focused on that rather than being like, oh yeah, here's the documentation. They were like, I need to get this done ready in time for release kind of thing. But yeah, it's like for like, I think it was like 2016. At one point, that's when I was like a contractor for a year. I was waiting for like the gameplay capture team, like updating the tool for them, and they basically had a meeting with me and went, so if you wanted to work here, would you want to be on the gameplay capture team, or would you want to go into like the software engineering side? I was just like, I'm currently quite firmly happy in the UK.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not part of the that's not part of the deal right there.
Everyone wants to work here.
No,
Yeah, that was a very sudden thing, but it was one of those times where I was just I was looking to like get a flat like properly in the UK, so it was just like
It's like,
I
see you
can't.
tomorrow in LA, right? See you in
but-
my office.
what I do know about the gameplay capture team is that they grew up on the videos that I did, because I mean, not just I did, but like I was one of the first to kind of really utilize your tool to kind of a bigger extent, and they all know who you were because they were using your tool before they started at Riot as a gameplay capture artist, and they were watching my videos. So when I went to the LA office, like it was really cool having lunch with them, just like because this all happened in the span of like 2.5 years. I was still a shit editor back then. Like I was okay, but not great. But it's really cool how quickly that developed, and how big of an impact you had on not just the software, but also like those employees, like the trailers you see now, like that kind of significant evolution of. Sorry, Neckward, I know you want to talk about the Witcher.
No, it's
skins.
fine.
But
We'll probably just
I'm
skip
going
that anyway.
off. But
No,
like,
I like these backstories.
it's no, but this is it's a very significant backstory, because like I think a lot of those people, they still work there, and I was there the first day and they invited me to their like apartment. The Switch just came out back then, or we played some games and we were just talking shit. It's just like so like it's only a few years ago, but it feels so nostalgic that to be part of that kind of scene back then, and to see how officials and how Riot formally educated their people basically all on the work that you set the foundation for. So I think that's such a cool thing. Anyway, that was it. Good job. That was just an appreciation thread. Maybe I'm inflating the whole situation. Like I don't know. Like now I'm pretending like I know the ins and outs of that whole team, but that's at least how it felt.
I mean, how it feels now is that if we still had like those tools, if we had like the camera tools that like I think Fortnite even has and stuff like that, like built in, I think the entire creator scene would be in a whole different place.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You have the tools, doesn't mean like, you can give someone a really good camera and give someone a Sony A7, and then they can come back with the shittiest footage. So there's like a whole different... I was lucky in the sense that when I got those tools, I already knew how to operate a camera IRL, because it's the same exact thing. Like it's really bringing in the traditional...
Yeah, but then look at what Valorant has, because Valorant has like the free camera and you can like fly around, if you do like the practice and stuff like that. We don't have that in League. And
It's because it's a
No, we do.
We do.
I mean, we do.
do we now?
In Spectre, there's a hotkey to swap to FPS camera to fly around. The thing about Valorant though, there's no replays.
Oh yeah, that's another
There's no
thing.
replays. Yeah.
There's no API to set up keyframes. Like it's very...
Well, there is a replays. Like obviously, because I've seen their official videos with the ones that Dio did. I'm not sure if you guys know Dio, D-I-Y-Y-O.
Yeah.
Best league editor at the moment by a long shot. But he made the Valorant trailer, as far as I know, and they had to use something, or they just
I think they reenacted a lot as well.
Yeah, it could be potentially, because that is pretty easy to do with the Valorant models and the rigs and all that. What? It is. It is.
No, I mean, no, it's not. It's like, Declan knows, because I tried to have that working for like a while without having any knowledge about how Valorant works.
So long.
Yeah, it's like,
On
oh yeah,
those
that's so easy.
blueprints.
Yeah, for sure.
That was
yeah.
easy, right?
Yeah.
And then what was it? You updated Unreal Engine and it broke
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. And nothing worked anymore. Yeah, no, yeah, it's so easy, dude. So that's yeah.
Easiest could be, really. It's fun. Great.
I do my Valorant cinematics in Flash.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, rest in peace.
But I'm working with Crazy Boris sometimes still, like when I'm working with clients, and he still uses Flash 2004, which I think is he's a fucking
That's
legend.
fucking nuts. Why doesn't he use like Adobe Animate or something like that?
Because he's old school and he doesn't give a shit about what you want.
Okay.
No, he's like,
Fair
he's-
No one wants to relearn something.
I
That's
used
the thing.
Sony Vegas until like a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess that's respectable. Yeah, not respectable amongst editors, but I don't have a personal grievance with people that use Sony Vegas. I mean, come on, like just use whatever you want to use. If you want to use 2004 Flash because you feel comfortable in it, go for it. But all the efficiencies that you gain by upgrading, they're countless. But I'm getting older now as well. I don't see myself changing to DaVinci because now people are changing to DaVinci Resolve from Premiere Pro. I just don't see it. I'm getting grumpy.
I did. I mean, I'm not editing like a fuck ton, so it's not the same as you, for example. But I like the whole thing. It bugs less on my side than Premiere. Premiere like kept crashing constantly, even for like the meaningless shit. And it's like at least DaVinci doesn't. So it's there's that,
It's got very high rendering efficiency as well.
No. Pretty fast.
Oh, that was something like, because when I was using Sony Vegas, like a 30-minute video would render for like 3 hours, and then I jumped into freaking Premiere Pro and it was done in like 10 minutes, and I was like, well, that's a time saver.
That's efficient.
I'm pretty sure they fixed that in Vegas in like 2016 or 2015.
No.
Yeah,
No.
they've done
They wouldn't
CPU
ever
rendering
do
for a
that.
little while.
Are you on Windows or Apple?
Windows.
Okay.
It might have been, I don't know, I might have just had like settings set to hardware acceleration or something like that, something wonky happening there, I don't know. But I just remember I was very pleasantly surprised.
Jumping back on the topic, Bewitching, what final note do you give to the whole?
Nothing. Next topic.
The 3 honors Malzahar skin. I find it weird.
No,
It's
I find it
fine.
It's
cool
free.
because it reminds me, because it's like it's the what's the skin line called, World Enders, but like futuristic.
Yeah, that's why I
and
find
it's
it weird.
free.
That's true. If you're a good boy,
I guess.
I do
Are
find it
you-
weird they're putting in like
I mean, I am. I don't
high
type
effort
stuff in game.
rewards now.
I rage. I'm toxic, but like I don't type stuff in game.
yeah.
Truthfully, I'm just a horrible human being, but I didn't
Oh,
say
yeah,
stuff in
100%.
chat.
I mean, wait, was it yesterday or the night before? We played ARAMs. I was playing Seraphine, which we're gonna talk about in like a couple minutes. And then I got insulted by a guy said, "Leah, you just an e-girl, a fat e-girl with bipolar." And like I didn't type anything
What?
back.
But you have
Yeah,
to,
I just
Chibiin,
got
you realize
insulted because-
you have to cut that, right? You realize you have to cut that from the podcast. You can't just say that. You can't just say those words.
It's just
He's French.
Context, man. Yeah, he's French. But
He is French.
this is literally just what he typed. He just typed that. I don't know what
Oh
else
wait,
to
you're
say.
you're okay. So you're quoting somebody.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, I am
Oh,
quoting somebody.
okay,
Somebody
okay.
called
he
me
didn't
for
say
that.
it.
Sorry,
No,
I
of
mean,
course, I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm not gonna say that someone is like, what the fuck? No.
okay.
Chill.
Chibiin said worse
I
on the
got
podcast
called.
before.
Wait, what?
You've said worse on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
before.
yeah, true. I mean, yeah, no, I'm not gonna censor. I've been called like that like 2 days ago, and I didn't reply anything.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
that
going on
was
with
a-
the quote?
What?
Which skin are we talking? Is this podcast just skin talk?
No.
It's general league news. Or not even league news. Riot Games' universe news.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm in it.
So it's
fine.
new things since then.
I mean, yeah, the Seraphine LOR, they finally saved it.
Can you
They
link
actually
it?
did.
Link it.
They actually
It
did.
just dropped, yeah.
Because what they did, because many people don't realize it. Remember when Seraphine was first released, and a lot of people were like, she doesn't look like she's from Piltover. She looks weird. And then someone on Reddit actually posted an edit where they gave her like leather aspects that like made her look like she's actually from Piltover.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
made
it was
sense,
based
and
on the
everyone was like,
concept
we
art.
like this. And so in the Legends of Runeterra design, they actually took what the fans made when she was first released, and they took it, and by doing that, they made everyone happy because that is what people wanted.
I mean, it's not technically what the like here. There's Seraphine, right? There's
The
what she
idea
looks
is
like.
basically what people
Well,
wanted to see.
they painted over the splash art with a concept that because we got concept art. That's what, like it's concept art. Seraphine is what they went with. There it is.
Yes.
Like that. It was they edited the splash art to look more like her concept art. But
That
even
looks
this
dope.
one is like
Wait,
That
still,
looks really cool.
This one's even still like not what LOR's Seraphine is. The LOR one is like even more Piltover looking. Like they removed even more of the real world
There's
pop
also this
star
one.
elements. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here
I
we
mean-
go. I found it. Here we go. So there's
They
the
gave,
two different
Vespa.
concept arts they revealed for the new Seraphine. There's
She got a Vespa. Is she
this one.
Seraphine Italia now? Let's go. Hey, but for those two
I
splashes,
I actually like that they like made it canon that she can play guitar, because before she did that in the KDA universe, but here they actually like turned her into an engineer, which like before the story wasn't really focused on that. So like we didn't really know her abilities when it came to like crafting stuff. And now they turned her into like a proper artificer. She made herself an electric guitar. She has a freaking squirrel companion.
It's
and
not
she's
Val
riding
anymore. I'm kind of
and she's riding around Piltover on a scooter. Like how cool
That's
can you
cool.
get out of where she was before?
I also,
Also,
like the level 1. You can see her roots. Like she's not actually, her hair's not actually dyed pink. She does it for the
Yeah,
show.
that's such a cool
pretty
detail.
cool. It makes it so that it feels like she's an actual person. Because I think that was part of the big criticisms for Seraphine, anyways, because she was such a hollow character.
She wasn't relatable.
Yeah, she's just like she exists as like a thing in the world, not a person, and this makes her feel like she actually is a part of Piltover society. She does different things. She has occupations and wants and needs, and like it feels like a character now.
it
It's
looks
great.
like she's gonna get a cameo in season 2 Arcane with that splash art. Like,
Yeah,
she's
she
Hey,
gonna be-
I would
Yeah,
be if they
definitely.
did this, I would be totally.
Yeah, if it's
down.
this version, totally game. This is way better. I'm very happy. I'm
Also,
kind of
fun fact.
sick of not liking her.
Did you notice that she has like 3 or 4 cups of coffee poured in the first art, and like she didn't fully drink any of them? She actually has like 4 cups of coffee just there.
Yeah, I
Oh
hear it.
wow,
Such
yeah.
a waste.
relatable.
Yeah, I do
But-
that too sometimes.
I wanted to give props to the artist, whoever does the shading of the hair. Every image, the hair is just insane. It looks so good.
Even the backlighting on the level 2 from the stage, that's so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's honestly like that's an art piece by itself. They could just print out the hair, and that's like
I like
Impressionism.
I like the Chempunk of the Zonite Diva as well. I think it's a good
That's
contrast.
so cool too that they gave her like a little bit of a rival.
Yeah, or even like a stage partner, because now like you have the two of them can play together with the
Yeah.
Zonite Diva offering more Zonite aesthetics while Seraphine offers more Piltover. So that it feels, because I always felt with modern Seraphine, like with the current one, like there's no way Zonites would look at her and be like, yeah, perform in our streets, you fucking traitor. Like I imagine that's how they do it. But if they're like on stage, she looks more Piltover, she looks more down to earth with the Zonite Diva at the same time. I feel like they'd be way more accepting
Yeah.
of like, she it's not all glam and glitter. She still has it, but she looks like an actual person that belongs to the universe
I
now.
just wonder how her legs work, because like her
Oh.
right leg is kind of
Oh,
weird.
the Zonite Diva, or her leg is the amp.
Yeah,
There's
I
all
did
kinds of
not
wires
notice that.
plugged into
That
it.
is cool.
it's just so weird.
Yeah, that's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
Though. That's fucking awesome.
Wait, which image am I looking at? Last one.
The
Oh,
last
here.
one.
Hey, here's an idea. Do you know?
I got a concept art, so you can. It's easier to see. You can see that her leg is.
That's
the hand.
cool. I didn't
at
see that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
you,
fucking awesome.
Have you guys seen this crossover of KDA and Beat Saber? Like, that was a
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, I remember.
They should do a crossover, League and Guitar Hero. So when you're like in the login screen or something, your QWER just the 4 notes. And when you have her skin, you can play like a little melody and you can ramp up your difficulty. Now that's a $1 million idea.
We need to send that clip to Rowan so then he can pitch the game to Riot Games.
I mean,
It doesn't have to be a
first
separate
we
game.
would need to have game modes, all right?
Yeah, true.
No, but it has to be. It can be a mini game in the loading screen. It can be a mini game like before you first.
You see, you're already asking a bit too much.
I know. But
Oh, wait, by the way, Pigeon, question before we end the podcast, because depending on your answer, do you like game modes or not? Be careful about what you're gonna say.
So my most successful videos
I'm gonna
on the
press
channel.
stop recording.
My most successful videos on the channel are somewhat related to game modes. So, I'm gonna say yes because they're temporary.
Because you don't want to leave.
Because they're temporary. If they weren't temporary, I probably would have said no. But I don't mind, jumping in. And now I'm like, it's very content oriented answer, but it was good for the content, but it was also good when you play so many games a day with your crew, and at one point like, guys, we have to pull off this video this week, else I'm not gonna be able to pay rent, but we really don't want to play Summoner's Rift 5v5. Those times, like, some of those game modes came in clutch. It was like, I guess I could play a game of Earth. Like, you can always play a game of Earth. You can't always play a game of 5v5 ranked, sweaty. We were getting into platinum at one point, and we're not. We're getting older as well, so we weren't that great of players. So I'm gonna say, that's a really long answer, but I'm gonna say, yeah, I like game modes.
Nice, okay. Then we can continue the pod.
Good. I still believe that we need game modes, and Riot is sleeping on that because there is literally no casual content.
Minion was fast and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is gonna come out with a PvE mode or PvE section.
Oh, man.
I'm so happy you said Overwatch 2 is gonna come out because we all know we are still with Overwatch 1.
Yeah, this is Overwatch 1.2. It's just, I've had the urge to go back and play it though, because
I think it's like
0.9
0.9 now.
I think we'll just play it once the PvE comes out, to be honest.
I don't know.
Just get a few rounds there.
Because I remembered how much I loved Junkrat and Orisa and Roadhog and Moira. They're really fun characters, but like, man, I feel like if I don't want to support Blizzard stuff, but two, I'm
totally not playing WoW right now in the background.
Oh my fucking god, Nick.
I don't have faith that they'll fix it. Like everything, maybe it's just me. I adored Overwatch when it first came out because every character was broken. Like Genji's dashing around, deflecting bullets, Diva's exploding everything. McCree's headshotting everyone from a mile away. Widow can see you through walls. Like it was just insane, chaotic fun. And then they wanted to make it an esport.
And shields happened.
Yeah, shields, heals, fights go on for 3,000 years and nobody dies. Goat's better. There's only 2 DPS, and one of them's like,
yeah. I mean, I think it's fine for a meta to develop and to establish, but I think in a 6v6 shooter, which was it back then, you don't have much space for the meta to develop. Whereas in League, the meta is also sometimes very still, but at least it keeps developing every season. It keeps
But imagine
there's more degrees of freedom.
Imagine if in League, instead of top lane, there was just a second enchanter up there. I feel like like all the games would be so stagnant.
That's true.
Yeah, that's the one thing that League will have on Overwatch, and not even just like in terms of meta composition, but if I wanted to go Udyr, for example, I can go Udyr, I can max Turtle this game, I could max Phoenix this game, I could go jungle, I could go top, I could go support if I wanted to. Like there's like a billion different ways. The items, I could play them in 1,000 different ways. If I want to play Moira, I'm playing Moira. That's it. Like after 10 games, I've learned how to play her, and then that's kind of it.
it's from a player perspective, it's way more interesting, and like from a spectator perspective, I think obviously 10,000 people had this discussion already, but like I cannot watch Overwatch. I cannot look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's
It's
also
too
because
flashy,
it's,
in my opinion.
I don't even know if it's too. I think it's like
It's just like
what
so
I
much
said
going
earlier.
on,
This,
explosions and shit.
yeah, but nothing. It's like it's simultaneously. There's so much going on and nothing's going on because they're just firing at shields and heal packs, and people are doing damage, but it gets reversed in 2 nanoseconds. Healers, if they get damaged, they just heal the HP back up after 2 seconds and not taking damage. Like it's too
Anyone
much.
dies, their entire enemy backs off, waits for them to respawn, and then tries again.
Yeah, right. It's like that's what I mean when I liked. I personally loved Overwatch 1 first came out. You just like, oh, we're on the Hanzo's map. Okay, we're gonna set up fucking 6 Torbjorns and just play tower defense. Like,
Yeah.
shitty, like fun stuff, or like fire Junkrats on offense, or just doing like crazy things. Roadhogs hooks you, insta kills you, or all kinds of just crazy, funny, goofy stuff. Like that's what I loved about Overwatch, and it's just
it's
too structured.
to kind of pull this back to League. You know what was fucking crazy? When Overwatch came out, Riot was shitting their pants because like they were #1 for years. Like they were like the #1 game to play, and all of a sudden this shooter game comes out, and they got knocked off the top 1 spot in Korean. What are they called? Where you play the games? Bongs? PC
PC
Bongs?
Cyberpunk, PC Bomb.
What is Cyberpunk? Cyberbox. Yeah, like they're tapped in. But that was because I remember being a writer at that point, and that was like legit a point of like not concern, but it was like an acknowledgement of like, hey, we're not #1 anymore, and it was a reality check. Obviously, you can't be #1 forever, but I remember those days, and now looking back at them, yeah, it's very obvious that Overwatch couldn't stay #1. It's just like the game at a very foundational level doesn't have the degrees of freedom, doesn't have the opportunity space on how to evolve the game to be interesting over a longer period of time. Whereas League, obviously I'm super biased, so I'm like, don't take this point too seriously, but like I'm still playing League after 10 years. That's crazy to me. I would like, and like that's just a testament to the writers and all those guys. I can't imagine myself. I played CS:GO for about 3-4 years, but that is definitely the max. Overwatch I did for about a year, but it's interesting, like looking at the life cycle of certain games, how League has. Obviously, there is a level of bias, but it's really cool what they keep doing. I haven't seen the preseason patch yet, but I'm excited for.
You're saying stuff like about different opportunities for characters, and I think that's ironically again why TF2 has lasted so long, because there are different play styles per hero. They haven't added any new heroes since the launch of the game, but there's like, I want to play Spy. Okay, well you can play the Spy that's like fully focused on dagger that one-shot kills,
right? Yeah,
guaranteed, but you have less HP. Like there's different variations of the playable characters, whereas Overwatch, it's the same exact character every time. So after only a few games, you've learned that character, you're done experimenting. Whereas like I'm still experimenting with different things on Udyr after he's been out for like a month and a half. So like it's, I don't know. It is fine.
What year was Overwatch? I kind of want to know how it lined up.
2016?
And when was Odyssey?
Yeah.
Oh, that
2016.
What's
was it
Odyssey?
also 2016? Because I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like when Overwatch came out, Riot was like, all right, we need to like push, we need to do stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if like Riot Forge and and
2018 for Odyssey and
all of
2016
that. I
for
wouldn't be
Overwatch.
surprised. Yeah, that would line up. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, all right, let's push for content, and they did, and as a result of like that pressure, we actually did get Odyssey, which was the best game mode, which was the best thing that ever happened to League of Legends, in my opinion.
At that time, it was Star Guardian event.
Yeah, and I just that would make sense why they would come back later with.
I mean, that's the thing. If you have like competition, you're like more pressure to like do and try new things and take risks. It's like right now they haven't done anything because like they know they're at the top and they don't need to spend any money on it.
I don't know if that's the case. I think you know, I actually I don't know what the decision-making process looks like at the top level. I was a very, you know, low-end writer, but I do know they're some of the smartest people, and I do know they have all the data available to them, so they can exactly see how many people are playing this game out, how
But I
long are
think
they
that's
playing
the
the game,
issue.
to which
Yeah, but
extent does it
believe-
cannibalize, to which extent
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
cannibalize other game modes. All those things have to be taken into account. So it's not like, oh, they just don't take the effort, they just don't want to do it. It's a really complicated decision-making process, and I know, you know, maybe from a viewer or audience perspective, it doesn't seem like they take the right choice, but from a business / like
Yeah, it's
retention
just from a
perspective,
business perspective, and that's it. Like that.
No,
that
but
is the
business
thing
also
that
means
people
retention.
say.
business also means retention, and retention means like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
do
like
people
you
keep playing the
cannot-
game?
The thing is, the last time they did something like they, you know, when you want like to like have audience retention, like you try over and over again, you like try to new things to see like what works. The thing is, in terms of game mode, they never really tried over and over again because like they spent
they
so
just
long between making them and making like them so different, and then after Odyssey, boom, full stop. Like
Yeah,
after
right.
2018, like straight up
Yeah.
4 years, full stop.
Alright.
And the only thing they
just
tried
iterate
was
once on it.
But like,
Yeah.
see, but like, they have that's what I always thought, because they have the numbers. They know that like if they release this, you know, this is the kind of numbers that they can expect from that. But the numbers don't work like in every situation, because for example, for me, I would play League of Legends if Odyssey was a thing in League. I do
Yeah.
not play League because there is no casual content for me. I cannot play League without pressure. But I could when Odyssey was there. But the numbers will not show you this. The numbers will not show you that you get more players back if you go back to those game modes.
I do find
And the
you
thing-
say like what content for me, because you have the new event, right? The Spirit Blossom, and this is how they've been doing events. This is like the 5th event in a row. Basically, it was like, you know, Stargrind admittedly had like a little bit more with the visual novel, but you have like Psyops, Luna Revel this year, High Noon, like these events nowadays. There's like what 160 some odd champions in the game, and like 9 to 12 of those champions get a skin for this event. If none of the champions you play are the ones that got a skin for this event, what does the event offer you? Nothing.
Yeah, because it's not
nothing.
really an event, it's more
Yeah,
just
it's-
advertising for the skins.
Yeah, it's like, here's a bunch of skins, buy them please. That's the event. And also buy our
Yeah.
battle pass so you can get the unique chroma for said skins.
Yeah, it's because no game mode.
The Earth is enabled.
Hey, like, it's
yeah.
Halloween. It's Halloween. Do you think we'll see Doombots?
Oh,
No,
yeah, that would make
don't.
sense, you know?
I actually enjoyed Doom, but like,
Yeah.
you guys remember?
See, you enjoyed them.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It was funny. Like, but I wouldn't play more than 6-7 games, and then
Yeah,
like
but
that.
still.
The
Have
thing
you-
I don't
but do you-
understand about the game modes is that, like, you have, like, they say, like, oh, we don't want to keep them running because, like, not enough people play them. Like, how
Then
can
don't
you keep
run them
Earth
for like
run?
17 hours? Like, just...
Yeah, how do you have
Yeah.
Earth running for a month and a half, but you can't have Nexus splits up for a weekend?
Man, and you know what's weird about that, Nikki? Earth actually has burnout. I remember
Yeah,
they were talking about
Yeah.
this internally, and I remember like I only reason I'm talking about it is because I know they made a Reddit post about it. They saw when they enabled Earth, it actually cannibalized on long-term games, people jumping in rank. Because like they have this enjoyment of League, a really intense experience. They have a lot of fun, and then they log out, and then they don't go back on for a while.
Yeah,
So
well, that
Earth
makes
was
it more
actually
confusing
dangerous.
why they're bringing it back.
Exactly, that's
over
what I'm
and over and
saying.
over
I
again.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm
It's-
saying. That's
That's
interesting.
why it's like so
They
weird
must
in
have
terms of,
changed
like,
the metrics in terms of like
Yeah.
how they
It's just
read
like
them.
hours played. Like that's it. That's the only metric they care about, I feel.
So yeah, we need PvE in League once again. Every single podcast, we
Yeah.
get back to the topic that League of Legends needs PvE.
Or
they're
even
wor- they're
just
working on
rotating
it, right?
game modes. Like, give
No,
me
they're
back.
not.
Yeah,
Give me back
no, they
Nexus
have
Siege,
spun
give
up
me
a
back
dedicated
everything.
PvE team. They said so on Reddit.
Yeah, but they're making
Yeah,
an
they said on
MMORPG,
Reddit,
right?
So like nothing
Ah,
is
yeah,
confirmed.
MMO.
They're making the MMO.
yeah.
They also
Look-
said like
look
we
at the
will
right
get
news.
Nexus splits this year, and yet here we are.
Yeah, well, that's
That
the
was
thing, like-
before people left the team.
That's not my problem. That is
Ugh.
not my problem at all. It's like you make decisions to be like, yeah, we're gonna bring back Nexus splits, and then it'd be like, no, you know what?
But-
No, just slap Earth.
They
I
make
think-
a lot of promises that they don't keep.
but, like,
So
Yeah.
it's,
LTP.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
we'll let you know in the first half of 2022. Ooh.
like this, I think this is kind of the crux of any company that has grown so big as Riot has. You know, they started out not too long ago. Still a relatively new company.
Small indie company.
But like, if you grow to a certain size, and if you have to scale so fast, at one point you have to implement certain systems. Those systems create red tape, bureaucracy. It becomes increasingly more difficult to provide quick value to players. So I think that's kind of the point where they have to just become more agile to fulfill the needs of players like yourselves. Which I like, not as strong with me, but I think, you know, if your voice is strong enough, obviously at one point it makes sense for them to become more agile. It makes sense for them to pivot quicker. But I think now with their multi-game strategy, they have so much shit going on.
I think they just,
I just don't see it
want
happen.
to do that in League. I think, to me, I think League is just gonna become PvP exclusive, and that's it. Like,
Yeah,
there
I
won't
think
be
so too.
It's gonna
anything
be-
done with League anymore.
I think it's gonna be the MMO waiting room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just they're just gonna pump out like so many skins to like make as much money as possible, and like
But-
that's about it.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
that's an interesting thing about what happened this year.
It feels that way, like the
Oh.
amount of skins we're getting now.
So see, that's the thing is Cassante is probably we're gonna get Cassante soon, right? This
Cassante,
year is
yeah.
Hopefully next
It's-
PB.
yeah, this year is the record low for new champions since season 6, which season 6 was, or sorry, season 4. Season 4 was Sion, Braum, Yasuo, Gnar, Azir, and Vel'Koz.
Wait, what
and
the
this
fuck?
year-
How do you know that?
Because I'm
'Cause he's
making a
making
video
a
on it. And this year we had Udyr, Belveth, Ziri, Renata, Neela, and Cassante. The thing is, Ziri and Renata were supposed to be out last year,
Yeah.
but they delayed them on purpose to not release, you know, Piltover and Zonai champions that had nothing to do with Arcane at the same time Arcane was happening. So realistically, this year would have only been, if those two had not been delayed, only would have been Cassante, Belveth, Neela, and Udyr. And then we've had no new game modes this year, just recycled,
we're just not
rehashed
getting content.
everything. Yeah, we're not getting content, except that this year is record high for number of skins. We've had
And
more
probably
skins this
also
year
for
than any other.
profit.
It's but it's
Yeah, but
easier.
that's
It's easier to scale skins than champions, obviously.
Yeah,
Especially, you know,
because
as
Yeah, they set up outsourcing pipelines for skins like the last couple of years.
Did they,
and that's
yeah?
why we've seen year-on-year increase in skins.
But that
Yeah, a
means
lot
that
of
they
skins
are not
getting
even working on the
outsourced.
skins. What are they working on?
Yeah, exactly.
hey, but here's the thing. Here's the thing where I'm not sad. Like what they are producing, you know, for me, I know the MMO. We've been waiting so long for the WoW Killer. I already know this is gonna be it because I know
Oh my
like
God.
the people they're working on it. Like they just
Yeah,
have the
they
most
do
talented
have the
team.
right people, absolutely.
When Arcane came out, before Arcane came out, I already knew that shit was gonna be hot shit because I know like they don't cut corners when they do something, like all these new projects, and I rather like
I mean, they've cut corners with the LPP and game mode so far.
no, but like
Have you
no, but
also
that's, no,
looked
but
at
that's,
Velvet's
no, but
innovations?
cutting
Like-
corners on new shit. I'm talking about not cutting
Yeah,
corners
I mean,
on
it's
like
true
yesterday.
that since the 10th anniversary, I don't think there's been a single fail.
I
It's
mean,
so good.
Song of Nunu when?
That's
have you
okay.
seen some of Belveth's animations? Like that champion does not look like she.
I
was
mean,
put
okay,
out
it's League
finished.
of Legends. That's not new.
Okay, but every other
Oh.
champion looks super polished and well animated. Look at Ziri, look at Renata. They all look great. Belveth, like half her animations are choppy and unfinished. It really looks like they just
Yeah.
squeezed her
Maybe
out
it
because
was
they had to
just
meet
the
a
vibe of
deadline.
it. Maybe it was like literally on
Hey,
purpose.
maybe they are working on PvE, and that's why.
Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
find this animation because this is fucked. This is like not okay.
But is
especially
this
for
fully
modern
released or is this still on beta?
No, this is
Yeah,
this is
it's
Belveth
fully-
who's been out
Oh.
for a while. Neela came out and Neela looked fine.
She's been out for
Udyr
6
looks
months.
good.
How do you do that on the podcast, Chibiin? When someone makes a reference, do you have like little animation?
Oh,
come up?
I usually have the table. Oh wait, yeah, true. I never showed you. I usually put the table with like a screen share, but not gonna
Oh.
lie, I've been extremely lazy to like set that up again, so I've never used it.
Oh my god.
I did it, but then I reinstalled my entire computer, and then I had issues with some softwares, and then I was like, yeah, one of those softwares like making me having issues. I'm not gonna look into it.
I'm still surprised the Discord tool still works.
Yeah, it's
Okay, there
it's
we
a
go.
miracle.
Look at this. This is in the game. Look at that. You can't tell me that animation's finished. There's no
No.
fucking way that's a finished animation.
It looks like something Chibiin made.
Oh, you motherfucker!
You see what I mean though? Like there's no way that's a
God.
like it that looks like a prototype.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But that's
I
in the
remember when
game.
we
That's,
first
that's,
got it.
Show the attack animation.
that's just so messed
No,
up.
which way? It's really
Attack
like After
fast.
Effects displacement map.
Attack
Oh,
fast.
attack fast. Is that the yeah? Yeah.
Is
That's,
this like
It looks so stilted.
It's just weird.
It's just the and then the model. I like Belveth, but you look at the art, the model's just fucking all over the place. Like it just looks goofy. I feel like I've grown like over time. I have slowly become to dislike Belveth more and more, and I've come to like Neela more and more. Neela feels like she was actually like finished. The Velvet does not feel like she.
no,
was
it's
put out
not. It's not
finished.
like yeah. It's too. Yeah,
They
There's
just
no-
have to rush something out, so
Well,
we'll see
that's
what
the
that
thing.
is.
it
That's
doesn't
the
feel
thing
alive.
that pisses me off because they delayed Ziri and Renata like
But like,
several
here's the
months.
I mean,
weird
Balthaf
thing.
got delayed by a month as well.
Here's the weird thing, because when I like every time I'm like, you know, this is gonna be copium again, but you know, Star Guardians are gone, so who cares?
Yeah.
I did this twice in the past, and I was right both times. Once it was with I'm gonna burp.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Once it was with that was before the 10th anniversary. I actually made a video, and I was like, League is slowing down. It's weird. Like we got less animated art. It feels like they got their people working on other games, and you know, and like 6 months later, we got, you know, the 10th anniversary because Riot, you know, slowed down everything because they were preparing for that. And I don't know what was the other moment, but like I feel like right now they are working on something else because you can see how like everything is kind of like slowing down. I was expecting a Void event, that didn't happen. We were expecting a game mode for Star Guardians, that didn't happen. And so like you can see that they are not working on the game.
I was expecting LPP. That didn't happen.
I mean, you know, that's not gameplay, so but still.
Well, that's
but, like,
no,
you
to
know,
be honest, I was
so-
never expecting anything. I was just hoping.
Yeah.
but like it's they
That-
must be working on something because it simply does not add up. It does not make sense for them to just not do anything.
I mean, like that thought process does have merit because you know when I said that season 4 had the least amount of new content champion wise, that was also the year that during preseason the new Summoners Rift map came out. So they did have a big thing they were working on, and that's why there were significantly less
Yeah.
champion releases. But like, is Chemtech Dragon coming back? Is that what this was?
Yeah, there has to be like. Are they really like focusing on PvE that hard? You know, is that where my copium is gonna go?
Yeah, no, you're like straight up on copium on that one. There's no
I,
way.
you know, maybe at the World's Finals because they like to release big shit during that.
That's true.
during-
I
they
think
did-
that's
they
gonna be
did-
Cassandra.
They might
to be honest.
they might release
Yeah.
something, so I would care. But boys, I'm so sorry, but I have to leave. Necrit, Nikki, nice meeting you guys. If I talk too much, let me know if I ever join again or if I say on-topic shit. But I enjoyed being here, and sorry I didn't have too much insight into the whole skin situation. But you guys keep going.
It's time to wrap it up then.
I'm already done. Bye.
Well,
doesn't even let me say bye.
I guess his model literally glitched on my screen. Oh shit.
Okay, we need to wrap this up before everything breaks.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, is he
I mean,
permanently stuck on?
no, yeah, he's on. Yeah, because he disconnected when he was on. Oh god.
Yeah, why? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that all broke.
Is he just like wiggling around?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so basically,
He has a seizure.
yeah, so basically
yeah.
he laughed while saying something, so
Yeah.
the code still got him set to true for talking.
Yeah,
a host body without a soul.
He do be
Hang on,
shaking
hang
right
on.
now.
Yeah.
Hang on, I
Yeah.
think I can.
Yeah,
He has no soul. He's got just a host
He's
body with no
possessed.
soul. Oh no, the demons.
Well, then I guess it is time to wrap it up. It was fun actually. It's just like a shame that it was super short.
Yeah.
But no, that was
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more to talk about in the next one because they said
Yeah.
Worlds is coming up and they like to do big announcements at Worlds. Hopefully we get to see.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped for Cassante. Please don't fuck it up, please.
I think they are just gonna
Okay.
reveal Casanti. I don't think they're gonna do anything else, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've
Has he stopped
been
moving
so
now?
excited for a new champion so
Oh,
long. And I'm
yes.
so worried
Dude,
they're gonna
thank
fuck it
you.
up.
Cool.
Yes.
I don't know
Now you
what
can
he did,
change
but-
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that would
thank
work.
you. Yeah, good job. Yeah, that's it's like the way that he did. He actually changed his name, so then he would replace PeacePigeon. He would stop talking, so then the system would understand that Pigeon stopped talking there. Alright, good. Yeah, I mean it was short because at the same time, like the only other thing that happened was like pre-season. It's like, do we really care about like just the stuff that they wrote in the article? It's nice, it's a cool concept, but like still need to see how it goes.
There's Worlds as well, but Worlds is a bit. Was it?
Yeah.
We're just at groups, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they lost Lamau. So free.
I don't know. I'm
Wow,
not seeing a
shocking
single
turn of
game.
events. Didn't expect
Yeah.
that.
Like every single year, they just get stomped by every single team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only start
Uh,
watching Worlds at quarters.
Yeah.
Also,
I just have it on in the background.
Also,
for the
we're not the copyrighted by Lil Nas X anymore. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
true. Nice.
Oh, that got
That's pretty
fixed.
cool.
Nice.
That's
We're
really
back.
nice.
People still were angry at me for pointing it out.
I don't
I don't
understand how
understand.
they got angry at you for that. It's like, no, this is what happened. Like, it was just an honest mistake or not. This is literally what happened. He
Yeah,
uploaded,
but,
this
like, here's
thing
the
got in
thing,
the
so,
system, and he got struck.
Just for context, for people, I released a video where I was like, "Hey, Lil Nas X uploaded the video on his channel, and because of that, everyone's videos just got taken down." And people were like, "It wasn't Lil Nas X. It was it was the people representing him who uploaded that. It wasn't him. Don't blame him."
Yeah.
To
He's
which
in
I
charge of
say,
them.
It
first
was
of
on
all,
his channel and everything.
first of all, you are treating him like a child that doesn't know anything that's happening around him. I don't think he would appreciate it. Second of all, it's literally him who gave his responsibility to a company. And he is responsible for that.
No,
If
but like,
there was-
there's a good
If
example.
this was done by a YouTuber, like literally, if this was done by anyone else, people would crap on them.
Yeah.
So like, why does he have,
It's
the
the thing. Wait,
past?
so like, if a good example is people, so like they pretend like, yeah, no, he's not responsible for this. If Riot Games, someone at Riot Games fucks up anything, who do we blame? Do we blame the person who actually like uploaded the wrong video to the Riot Games YouTube channel, or do we blame Riot Games in general? We
No,
blame Riot Games.
I think it's even worse, because just imagine if Riot released a cinematic, I made a video talking about the cinematic, and like I was like, hey, I don't want to do it. This company, please do it for me. That company uploads the video, and everyone else's videos get wiped. Of course, everyone's gonna be angry at me because it's my video, not the company. I was the one
Yeah.
who caused this.
It's like, yeah, even if it's like I said, even if it's an honest mistake, that's still literally what happened.
And it was, absolutely. I told people, I think it's an honest mistake. It's funny that it happened. And people are like, no, you're making him look bad.
Like, yeah, it looks bad because that's
And
what
I'm like,
happened.
I don't care.
And they blocked tons of videos, and like
Yeah.
if people didn't get their kicks from their videos, so like the initial amount of views, then their videos were like doomed from
There
the
are
beginning.
people who need to eat bread. There are people who
Yeah.
need to feed families.
It is like
they
you're
need to make videos.
impacting the livelihood of content creators by doing that. Even if it's a mistake, it's fine. Like now it's solved.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah,
But like,
the
yeah.
problem is, I think if anyone sees anything negative said, they just assume it's an attack on them and not a genuine concern about it. Because there are people who just straight up attack Lil Nas for like
those are
literally
dumb.
nothing.
Like don't
No,
attack
I,
me.
I respect him. He's pushing the boundaries of music, like in every way. But it's still
He's a good
this
artist.
is something that had to be addressed.
Yeah. It's just people just can't understand the difference between like correct criticism and then random shit that's just getting spewed for no fucking reason.
Anyway,
I wouldn't know
other than
anything about that.
what else happened in your guys' lives recently? So then we can wrap it up after that.
What about Varus?
Oh yeah, I haven't. Please don't
Cool.
spoil the lore. I haven't read the new
Who's
lore
the
yet.
third
but
champion meant to be as well?
Vayne. It's gonna be Vayne.
Oh, yeah,
Vayne, yeah.
They
forgot.
Racist Demacian.
Oh, it's because so we knew that the new expansion is gonna be there's gonna be an Arclight event, so that already narrowed down possible options and why we thought Varus was gonna be it, and we were correct about that. The thing is, the last battle pass was the corrupted event, and some people near the end of the event managed to complete the pass, and they got a little screen that said, "Congratulations, you completed the battle pass. Here's your rewards." And the splash art next to it was brand new splash art of Arclight Vayne.
Yeah.
So
I saw that.
they did an oopsie. So
Oh, speaking of oopsie, real quick, Pike.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, they put
The
them
Pike
textures.
oopsie, the Pike incident.
Yeah, and then the Worlds trailer came out like 2 days later, and then they teased the Pike Hulk right at
Is
the
that
end.
Pike laughing? It really sounds like Jin to me.
I don't
personally.
know about the laugh. However, the X under Azir, yeah, that's gotta be Pike.
So what am I supposed to make out of that? I don't even know what's happening then.
They fucked up the skin thing.
Yeah, I know that they
yeah,
replaced.
so
I know that they replaced it. I just don't know like who is supposed to be getting the skin then.
Pike.
Pike.
So Pike is a new Pike skin, but what happened was the artist accidentally marked it as, I guess, the wrong skin ID or overwritten the wrong texture, and basically what ended up happening was so if you load in Ashen Knight Pike Ember Woken Chroma on the PBE right now, it'll just be a broken ass texture because it's unreleased skin.
The UV maps are not the same.
Yeah, I forgot they did that. They haven't fixed it either.
Oh my
I'm
God.
getting worried now because it's been 2 patches or what? Yeah, 2 patches since it happened, and they haven't fixed it. So I'm just like, is this gonna go live like this? Even though
If this goes
quite a
live,
few
then
people
it's
have mentioned it.
It's like kind of shameful, kind of cringe. It's like, bro, well,
Yeah, last time they did this, it wasn't actually that long ago. It was with Black Belt Udia. They accidentally patched the visual upgrade texture on top of the old texture, so it was just.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's happened before in the past, but it's always been a very rare thing, and it's like, oops. And then twice this year, I'm just like, what?
I mean,
Hello?
it also happened with like splash art before because I remember Senna. Senna's
Yes.
Senna's true
Oh,
damage.
that one was even
patched in.
worse. Yeah, no, that one
Yeah.
was even worse because it was Santa Splash Art got patched over. I think it was a Nocturne loading screen. I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah,
which
it was Nocturne.
skin it
Yeah.
How
was.
does this stuff even happen? Like how?
It's a number. It's a
Mistakes.
number thing, I think.
Yeah.
Because
It's the skin
every
number.
piece of art has different ID. So if you type in the different numbers, you'll get different art. And I think they uploaded the art over just Nocturne's number for that skin.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure how. Like, it is a fully automated process. Like, in terms of like, once they've hit the save button, like.
Yeah, so they just named.
that
Yeah, so
background
they just
software
named the
pushes it
art.
out, yeah.
Yeah. They just overwritten accidentally Nocturne skin then.
It could have easily just been a misclick.
Anyway. For
I don't
once.
remember what it is. I think it's a Photoshop plugin they've made themselves.
I was about to
can't
say,
remember
for once,
sure.
we actually got short podcast.
Woo!
Relatively.
That's good. I got work to do. I gotta get this fucking video ready for tomorrow and for the video for next week. It's a big one.
Do you ever not work a weekend?
What is
Oh.
a weekend?
I
What
don't
is-
know.
what is-
I've slept through my entire weekend so far.
What is like off days and days you don't work and rest, and what is all of that? Is there some kind of like concept that I'm like not aware of?
It's a secret.
Oh my god, you need to
Only
teach
the
me the
elite
ways.
know how to use it.
Yeah, no, it was a short episode. Yeah, kind of wish we had a bit more time, but yeah, it's at least we also recorded like earlier. If you guys are okay with like either keeping like the good old time or like the regular time or like this one or like what do we?
This
we're
was
still, like...
the OG time.
Wait, really?
And then
was it
Yeah.
yes, this was the OG time. And then
Was
at
it
one
because of
time it
Necrit?
got pushed an hour later.
I got
don't know
real
why.
life. I got real life, all right?
So what's your point? You can still like record a podcast with the boys.
But my son goes to bed at that time.
Yeah, then make him listen to the podcast and then put him to bed. So they can learn English as well. Maybe not the best way, but hey.
Yeah, maybe with a British accent and a French guy and a goblin.
Ah,
Exactly.
Alright. Well,
You'll get
that
a
was
new title
fun.
when you join the LPP.
Yeah.
ah.
Hopefully soon enough. Wait.
One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these
He'll be
days.
just the PP-Goblin.
What the fuck?
Oh no. You know what? I'm actually gonna make that as the title. The PPGoblin.
No.
Oh,
I'm just so
Goblin
upset, dude. It's
Podcast
so
featuring the
upsetting.
PP-Goblin.
Yeah, like you fool me once with delaying it, you do it twice, do it 3 goddamn times. Like I'm my brain is numb and,
Yeah.
and the universe is dying. I'm finished. I'm gonna like, get to the point where I just like don't even care anymore. It's kind of insane how untransparent they've been and how often they've delayed it with no word, no communication, nothing. It's so ass.
Yeah.
Just-
Alright, I guess it is time to wrap it up.
yeah.
Alright, it was fun. Dudes.
Fun to be nice about
guys.
Seraphine for once.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
that
really
feels
like the
good.
new design. I really like the new direction they went with. It's really cool.
I feel like that's
we-
something people don't get. Is like I don't enjoy having a character in League that I don't like. Like in an optimized world,
Yeah.
like you'd like all the characters. So it's cool that like they made a good version of Seraphine.
Kind of wish some of the LOR versions were the actual canon
Yes.
League versions that we would have.
Yep.
I mean, that
Malphite,
goes
Yi,
for
Jack,
Arcane too.
Seraphine, Zillion.
Yeah,
Give me all of
for
those.
sure. But like, it's it's like if they could change the design of Seraphine in League to like match the one in LOR, that would be perfect.
Yep.
Because that would make more sense in terms of like story, and then you tie both ends, etc. That's yeah. That's
Yeah.
The only time something like that would ever happen would be a visual update.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
That's-
gonna happen.
Hey, those just don't happen.
Yeah, those don't happen
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
We were supposed to have Ari this year, right? That was supposed to happen.
I mean, we got to see more of Ari, and I
And
think
Skarner.
the reason, honestly,
that's
the-
again with the whole skins thing. We got a record number of skins this year. The skin teams were put in charge of doing ASUs, and we didn't get a single one this year.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's probably like an insanely small team.
Yeah, I get
so
it's a
that's
small
the thing.
team,
It's
but
probably
like,
like 2 people.
Like honestly, Ari, it's all the stuff they did with her tails, like the tail
Yeah.
animation
But
stuff.
like
looked
that's the
really
rigging
good.
team. That's not that's the thing. It is the rigging team who does
The
that.
I'm
model,
not
the
gonna
model is
lie, I
just-
think that's the longest part, and that's what took them so long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, honestly,
my issue is not that like obviously if you make a team of 30 people to do one project, there's gonna be cluttering. There's gonna be difference in artistic vision. right? So you don't do that. Sure, don't have one team of 30. Alternatively, you could have 6 teams of 5 working on different projects,
For sure.
right? Like you don't need to just have only one small group of people working on an ASU per year. You could have multiple people, especially if you have so many fucking skins coming out. You clearly have the resources to do it. So it's especially even Ari is like one of the biggest ones you could have done. I don't disagree that you need it because obviously she did, but like Zillion has 5 skins. Like you can do Zillion.
Yeah.
1,000 year club. Let's go.
It's for the third
1,000 year,
time.
1,000 day.
Yeah,
1,000
he's
day.
been a part of the 1,000 Day Club. He
Feels
has
like
now
1,000
entered the
years.
1,000 Day Club for the 3rd consecutive time in a row.
Yeah.
Every skin release has had a
So
1,000
I like
day
the
gap.
transparency they can have on some of the things, but in general, I feel like they are not transparent, for example, as to why Zillion has been part of the 1,000 day skin, like no skin thing for like the
Because he
third
looks
consecutive.
awful. I looks fucking
It's like,
terrible.
why are they not pushing a Zillion ASU? If they are, then just tease something about it, like write in an article and then like just tease with like one line. Like don't even need to
he's-
like mention it further than that. But like right now
he's
it's
the
like we're
easiest
literally left
one.
in the dark.
He'd be the easiest ASU to do in the world. Like he has very few
He has
skins.
4
Only,
skins.
yeah, he has only there are 5, but he has only 5 or sorry, I think he has 6 skins. But 4 of those are like 975 and below that you don't even need to do unique particle effects. New design, new voice, new lore, all of that is already taken care of by LOR. You don't need to do any work trying to redesign them. Like everything, like half the work is done for you already. Like it's just insane. Pisses me off. And then we know that
Anyway.
Lee Sin's probably gonna be the next one. It's fucking
We don't even have news about Skarner right now.
yeah.
It's gonna take 3 years to do him.
Stop! I thought this podcast wouldn't be that negative. Wrap it up before we're negative.
Yeah. It was fun.
burn in the negative.
Seraphine ASU, not ASU, LOR good. Varus LOR good, apparently. Good job.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
Alright, positive things. Yeah, it was really nice.
Smile, everyone.
Alright.
Positive things. Just don't mention game modes again.
Oh my god.
All right, here we go again.
Well,
Alright.
PP.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
PPGoblin.
Yeah, bye,
No.
Mr. PPGoblin.
I will literally steal your shoes and destroy them all.
Bye bye, everyone.
Goodbye and good night.